Hey everybody, we have officially set up accounts in IXL for all of you to have your own accounts. So we've got a free trial that's going to run through the rest of the school year, and I just want to talk you through how to log into that IXL account so that I get a report and everything runs through. This will mean that you will no longer have to snip your scores. It's just going to send me a report when you're done, similar to how we've been doing Mobi. So on this page, you'll see you're going to go to IXL.com and you can just click that link if you'd like. In the upper right hand corner, it's going to ask you to sign in and your username and your password. Right here it says your username is your first and last name, no spaces, all lowercase with the number 507 after it. There were 3 of you who got a message from me separately saying that your number was different than everyone else's. I'm not sure why. I wasn't able to fix it. So there were just 3 accounts that don't have that same number. Your password is your first initial and your last initial, both lowercase and no spaces. If your username and password don't seem to be working, you can click here. And this, I can't open it because I don't want to post your names first and last to YouTube. But if you click on this right here, it will open up a document with all the usernames and passwords. They're sorted by period. So like red 1 is first, they're in alphabetical order, and then red 4 is up, and they're in alphabetical order, and then white 1, white 3, and white 4. So if you need to find your name in that list and find your username and password, if you're having trouble logging in for some reason, go to that list, open this up right here. It will open up a document and you will be able to find your username and your password very quickly. If you have questions, of course, you can always message me. So if I were to open that up, it would tell me that my username was Maddie Schaefer 507, and then MS are my initials. Lowercase, I would sign in. I'm going to tell it not to save that. And it's going to open this page up right here. Now, when you are in here, you'll go to Learning, and then it's got some recommendations. So right here is what you're looking for. It says 3 skills are suggested by your teacher. These are the skills that I'm going to assign to you each week that you'll need to do. So you'll choose choose Learning, and then you'll choose 3 skills suggested, and you'll start at the top. I'm going to start in this case with absolute value. And it says, what's the absolute value of 9? You can see that the absolute value is the number away from 0 on a number line, the distance from 0 on a number line, so I would say 9, and I would hit submit. It would tell me I'm correct. You can see over here that my SMART score is getting higher. So your goal is to get this SMART score to be 80 or higher. Once you've hit 80 or higher, then you can stop. What's the absolute value of -1? If I were to say -1, and submit it, it's going to tell me, no, the correct answer should have been 1. It's going to say, you answered -1. Absolute values are positive numbers or 0 always. So it's going to say, remember, the absolute values are always positive. We always measure distances and positive answers. And so we would never say I lived -6 miles from Grandma's house. We would say I lived 6 miles from Grandma's house, no matter whether we're going north or south. And so absolute value is that distance from 0, and anytime we're talking about distance, we're talking about positive numbers, and so the absolute value of a number is its distance from 0. Find the distance between -1 and 0. The distance is 1 space, so the absolute value is 1. So it explains it, and then hit got it. I really challenge you to stop and read this explanation if you get it wrong. Don't just keep skipping through, because your SMART score, you'll notice I lost a point there on my SMART score for getting it wrong. So you don't just want to guess through. You are going to have to get enough of these right to hit the SMART score that you need this week to get credit for this M5 absolute value. So the absolute value of -3 is 3. And then you can see my SMART score continue. The absolute value of -4 is +4. The absolute value of positive 6 is still positive 6. Absolute value is always positive. And so you can see my SMART score going up, and at the end of it all, it doesn't matter how many questions you answered. It's not going to stop you at 10. It's going to let you keep going. In fact, you're probably going to need more than 10 questions to get a SMART score of 80. So you can see here that I am clicking through, and there's 10 questions. My SMART score is not an 80 or higher yet, so I'm going to keep going until I get a SMART score of 80. And it's telling me I hit 75, so I'm getting close. And there's my SMART score of 80. Once you hit a SMART score of at least 80, you may quit working and move to your next skill. And so the way that you would do that is you've got your SMART score, you go back to recommendations, and you've got 3 skills suggested. You already did this one, absolute value, so now you would do understanding opposite integers, and you'll just work through all of them in your list for the week. So this week, these are your 3, and future weeks you'll see others. You also can see now absolute value has an 81 next to it. That means that you've got a SMART score of 81 so far. You can do as many practices as you want. You can go work harder and get more than 80. I'm just asking that is kind of your target, your goal to get full points on this activity. Moving forward is you will need to get a SMART score of 80 or higher on each skill. So this one has an 81, but now I've got 2 more skills to do for this week. If you have questions, send me a message. Otherwise, all of the instructions are written out here as well, and you should be good to go. Have a good luck, and let me know if you have questions.